Hello guys. So I got some music playing. It seems like it's me playing pretty loud, but I think that's one thing that we might be missing. Maybe we need a little bit of intensity with our stuff. We got our coffee today. Look at that, guys. Over here. See the inside coffee glistening. Mmm. So good, so good. We got our clay down here. So I'll wedge this up real quick. I got a class today. I might have two, but I don't know. I don't know actually. I think that's one thing I'm just so bad at is tracking time on these stuff. Like now, I'm on a schedule every day. I'm going somewhere, so it's kind of. I feel like I need to do a better job. Knowing what I'm doing for the day. I feel like the only thing that I know that I'm gonna do, like for sure, every day is this. Everything else kind of feels like I wake up and I have to figure it out. And some might say that's unorganized, right? But I would say I just got my priorities straight, right? All these other places that I'm working at right now, they're all temporary to me, right? It's not because I don't like the places. The places are pretty amazing, actually. I'm very grateful for the opportunities there. But I want to just work for myself one day. I feel like I'm a pretty stubborn guy, so having to do work for others, I feel like sometimes it can be rewarding, right? But I think a lot of times I just want to be doing my own thing. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna have to set my camera down for a second. I gotta get some water. 1 sec, I'll be back, guys. I can't take you with me to the other room. Stare at the ceiling. Alright. I'm back. We got our agua. So I gotta get my hair back then. Okay. Well, here we are, guys. Flap that over the back there. So I'm gonna set these here. My new camera should be coming in tomorrow. I didn't get a lens for it, so I know that's the camera I want, so I'll go to a camera store and probably get a lens for it on... Oh wow, probably on Thursday. Can I do it on Tuesday? I probably could. If it comes in the morning, I could get a lens later in the day. But if not, that's okay. There we go. Opening this, well, pulling this up here. I guess I can switch to the angle. But that's gonna be exciting. I don't know if things are gonna change right away for you guys, right? Like these videos will stay. I'll keep filming them this way until I can. Probably on, wow, maybe Friday, or maybe even later. I might need some new cables. But things will stay constant for you guys for like a week before I start implementing that other camera. Plus it gives me some time to get used to it, just because I might not actually, might be very different from this. I use this Canon right now, and I feel like I'm getting pretty good with the Canon, but I don't know. I feel like every company has a little bit different of a thing. I've only ever used Sony, Nikon, and Canon cameras, so it's gonna be kind of cool to see. I'll do this poll here for you guys. Oh wait, no. On the inside here, I gotta make a little bit of a swirly swirl. So it'll be cool to see like what changes and how I need to shift my making style to account for that stuff, right? Here we go, right underneath. There we go, the second pole. I'll switch to the front view this time. And we got the nice. This playlist is from Nobody. It's like if video games existed in the Baroque period or something. I love this video. Well, this guy's videos. I think I can't even tell you how many times I've listened to his playlist while making stuff. Guys, I'm getting so good at those polls, I'm telling you. But it'll be nice to film. I could do some little one-off videos too that aren't just all through my, my camera here, right? But I might be able to do raw streaming output of me making some really cool things at high FPS. I could do slow motion pulls instead of kind of like faking a slow motion, right? Like right now, I've been faking a slow motion by like moving the wheel really slow, right? And then slowing my hands down. So if you ever seen a slow motion video, it's usually because I'm like trying to exaggerate it. Where now, I might not need to do that. Oh, nice. Okay, so you just want to make sure that that looks pretty good. So at the top here, I'm taking this down. It's gonna like totally collapse on itself, so I'm gonna try to get it as far as I can, but it's gonna want to flap over. I can already feel it. This pot, it almost looks like a Mario pipe, like the ones that you like jump on and then you like get teleported through. So I think it's a little bit different, but yeah, one day I won't have to do the teaching stuff or any of that, and I could just literally just focus all my energy into the making of my stuff here. I always resort back to that, like Stan Lee saying, like, if you really believe in your like an idea that you have, don't let like somebody else steer you away from the, what is it called, the progression of your idea, right? If you really believe it's a good idea, then you just gotta go for it, right? And I think that I'm at that stage right now. I didn't always think I had good ideas, but nowadays I feel like I have a bunch of good ideas. I don't know if I can't really remember what I talked about yesterday, but I had this idea looking at my pots after yesterday, and I kept thinking about, well, what if these are like bazookas, right? Like I was looking at, like when I played games as a kid, right? I look at if you look at some of the rocket-propelled grenades, like the RPG. They're in segments, right? And what if I made a bunch of segments that sort of could snap into one of each other, and then make some really, really cool, like larger bazookas, right? And I think in the old days, like pottery was, well, not always, but sometimes pottery had this idea of like royalty, right? Like you get a bunch of really fancy pottery. That's all across the world, right? Even like in China, they would have the dragon with 5 claws would be for the emperors, right? That's representing the emperor, right? And so, or peacocks were like something in royalty in European pottery at one point, I think. But I was thinking, like, wow, what if we made ceramics that aren't pots anymore? They're literally just bazookas, right? And people would do like photos and we get like really nice photography of like these people using these ceramic bazookas, right? I think they'd be really sick. I have some friends that are into that sort of kind of like the hype of like modern day people looking back at like olden royalty, right? And how there's like these correlations in pop culture, in music groups and celebrities and stuff. And so I'm just like, oh wow, could you imagine, like, could help them out too, and then make a bunch of these freaking ceramic bazookas. I have to finish this tree project first before these would become like bazookas, but it goes in line with a lot of what I think about is keep ideas simple enough that you can collapse them together, right? Like I can make all these tree forms, but they could become like the fronts of a bazooka, right? I'll look down through here. So that was kind of a cool thought that I've been having. I still gotta get streaming stuff accounted for here soon. I have to read the terms and service to see if I can play music like this. I don't even know if I'm allowed to do this on YouTube, to be honest, play like this playlist. I do a good job mentioning them during the video, but maybe that's not enough or something. I don't know, but it's also just somebody else's music, so I don't really know. And I feel like I'm changing it's not just the music at this point, right? So I think that's kind of important. But anyway, okay, we're gonna do some polls here. Take that side, push that down, get right up on an E. And as I get to the top, you can see this hand buckle outwards. So it starts like this from the bottom. And then as I get more drastic on the top, I bank that fingers outwards. So I get really nice direct pressure. And I found that it keeps that top nice and on center. Or sometimes if you kept it flat like what it was before, you can start putting too much tension on that top. Doing some good pots today, guys. Alright, good. Well, maybe not good pots because the first one was a little smack, but we got some good poles. I feel like that's the thing I've been getting so much better at recently. My poles. My arms are so ripped up from the clay. They're staying really badly. I put lotion on it, it feels terrible. Like hurts. It can be kind of a taller collapse. pretty thin, it might rip. Look at that though, guys. Holy cow. Ka-chow! There we go. There's this guy that I've been seeing on this game called, I think it's called Rainbow Six Siege, right? His name is like Jazzy or something. And he just, right, the only content that I've seen, I've actually never seen him play the game. But I see his shorts sometimes, and it's like of him, it's like of him reacting to other people's gameplay. Right, he knows the game so much, so he makes call-outs before they even happen in the video, and they're really entertaining. But the way he says it, he gathers like hype. He says, "This is what no intercourse does to a man," right? Like he'll make a crazy call-out, and so what he's saying is that because he doesn't have intercourse at all, right, and he's just like a pure gamer. And he has like some like sixth sense that he gained, and all the comments and they're just like going like popping off, like they're like, yeah, oh my god, like, and so it's kind of funny. People say that's like their favorite quote of his, so it's just interesting. I don't think I'd do like that sort of stuff, but he does have a really good way to create like hype. Right, he pauses and he gives like a little like blurb, and then he continues. Right, like they're really quite nice videos. They're like edited well too. Even if you're not like, I'm not interested in that game at all, right? But sometimes people come up with ways to do things that aren't in your field that you can respect, right? And I think he's like one of those guys. I really respect his effort and his videos. He used to stream, and I guess for a whole year he would only stream to like one viewer, right? He's so freaking driven, and I cannot wait until I can be in that same realm of just like having one viewer for a year, And that's all I get, is that one viewer for a whole year. And then after the year I can look back and say, wow, like I stream like so often, and look, like I'm still streaming even though I'm not getting any results. I feel like that's always cool. I can always respect the people who, they're not getting results, but they still are putting forth like maximum effort anyway. Here's that pot, guys. I feel like this one needs to sit right here. Last one on there. My place is kind of a mess right now. I just have like, I have this thing where I have clean laundry, but I don't put it away. I feel like part of it's just like, I wish I just had bins and not like a closet, just bins, and then everything was the same. I have one type of shirt. Maybe I just do my green shirts, right? I'll get rid of every other shirt and just have my green ones. Then I'll have a bunch of leggings and a bunch of shorts, and that's it. Socks, obviously, all the same, so I don't have to choose. Because the whole like having to organize this stuff, like I don't like that. And it's not like I'm going out places that it matters, right? Some people would argue it always matters, right? But my outfits only talk about like me as a person when I have clay on it, right? Like it doesn't matter what I'm wearing, it's what's on my clothes that really tell people what I'm about, right? People, I'll walk over there and I'll have all this clay on my pants later. And, people just look at me like, oh, how do you clean that? I mean, someone had fun, like I don't think they really understand that I do it every single day. They think I'm just like some messy kid. I don't think they realize that I'm like grinding it out every day, right? And I really like that. It's like when you're alone and like nobody sees, and what you do in that time, right? That's like what really matters. They might judge you on what you look like after those times, right? They might think I'm messy, may think I'm unprofessional, all this other shit, right? But in my mind, like, I know I'm just grinding it out. It doesn't matter. I see that. I see those marks on my clothes, and I'll wear them like freaking badges of honor. Because every day that I end off my day covered in clothes, it's a message to myself that I'm doing something, right? I'm not just freaking putzing around, you know. I'm actually like making and doing, and so I really get excited about that stuff. Sorry, I kind of went in like zombie mode there for a second and was talking. I didn't switch my camera angle. Right up underneath. Alright. A little dry at the top. I actually like cut clay rather than manipulated it, but that's cool. I got some more thickness on the top now, so I just gotta be careful. Don't go too thin on the bottom here. Slow down as we're getting to the top. Increase that direct pressure, right? Keep it like a board. Keep it as straight as a board on that top there, man. Collar right underneath. Puck that in. Nice. Puck. Tuck. Right to the bottom. Really, guys, I get so excited about this stuff, man. When I don't have to make these trees no more, it's gonna be really interesting. Like, I wonder if I'll just make like a bunch of cylinders. You know, I wonder what I'll be doing. Like, part of me always thinks like maybe I can stop making the trees and just transform them into something and keep the project going. But then I tell myself like, no, like that's exactly why I need to keep doing it, right? It's that right when I think I'm done, right? Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, I think it's enough now. That's when you gotta say, all right, buckle up, buddy. Like, we're gonna push it for another, 500. Right? Or another half a year. We're gonna just make these. I wonder how long it would take me if I try to make them as fast as I could. I mean, if I can... I think I could do like 50 of these a day. Maybe more. I think I could do 50 a day consistently at least. Oh, nice. Take that. But, yeah, I could do a lot of these. I throw these so fast too. I could definitely throw them faster than what I'm doing here, especially since I have to talk. I could do like these in 5 minutes, I think. If I was like really trying to pump them out. I would need a bunch of bats though. I'm gonna need 50 bats to do this. maybe that'll be like when I finish my pots, my 1,000. Maybe what I do after. I'll have to see what the plan is here. But could you imagine finish 1,000 and then you know what I do right after? I make another 1,000 in like less than a month. You know. So like I take what I did in a year and I do it in a month. It'd be so cool. I feel like people would actually think I'm like a lunatic. So I'm tucking these in, 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 flapping them up. Skip one, flapping them up. Skip one, flapping them up. Skip one, flapping them up. Skip one. Oh, wait. There we go. Look at that. I think this looks pretty good, guys. Look at that. Oh yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. Time's a weird thing. All sorts of things could happen in that time period. If the streaming thing goes really well, how cool of a stream would that be? Like, I don't think that's ever happened before. Like, somebody sits on a stream, right? For like, I wouldn't go for like a whole month, right? Like, straight, right? Like, one recording. I feel like, but I would do like, easily I could do 8-hour day streams. Like, that's nothing. I couldn't be working at that time though, so that's why I say, like, if the streaming thing goes well. Once you start making money from the things that you like to do, man, I'm telling you, you could go freaking crazy. We'll do it over here. I gotta get this blue thing over my head. We'll see how it. Oh, well. Okay. But thank you guys so much for watching. All the best. Shaw Mentality. Peace.